Hi, you guys. I'm Dazzling Deja, and this is my first YouTube video. Today, we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this violet volt look, is what I call it. First, we're going to start with eyebrows. Today, I used the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony, and I used an angled brush from e.l.f. to just lightly fill in my eyebrows. Just gonna clean up the edges. Okay, and next we're gonna be using the dark spot correcting concentrate, and I just use that on my forehead is where I have most of my dark spots. I'm trying to kind of get those to fade away from acne scarring. And I just rub that in, and then we're going to use the Estee Lauder illuminating primer all over, just to prepare the face for the makeup. Here I'm using the LA Girls Pro Concealer in I think it's orange, and I'm just once again going over the dark spots and the slight circles that I have around at my eyes, and I have a few dark spots under my cheekbones. So I'm just gonna fade that out with a slightly damp Real Techniques makeup sponge. I'm just gonna dab that into the skin until it's really faint. Okay, so now I am taking this concealer brush, and I'm using Toast, I think it's Toast, to conceal under my eyebrows, just to clean those up a little and sharpen them up, make them look a little more clean. And I'm going to carry that concealer down my eyelid just for priming for my shadow, and I'm using the remaining that I have on the brush to clean up the top of my brows. Now I'm using the black opal, I can't remember the shade right now, correcting foundation, I want to say it is, and I'll put the link in the description box, but I'm just patting that with my finger all over my face and my eyelids, just to get the concealer a little more matching more, I guess we can say. And then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques beauty blender again, or makeup sponge again, and set the foundation and blend it out. And make sure sure you blend it down your neck. Okay, so now I'm taking a little more of that Toast concealer with my concealer brush just to add a little highlight to my under eye, my nose, Cupid's bow, chin area, and a little bit on my forehead. Just want to make sure that that's as blended as possible because we don't want any harsh lines at all. We just want a really slight highlight. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline setting powder, shine free setting powder, and we're going to just slightly pat that on the face and the eyelids, set the concealer, and then I put it on my eyelids to prime my lids for the shadow. And so now we're using the Morphe 350 palette. And the shadows that I am using, are to the left of me. And I'm just laying in my transition color. I used a kind of smokier chocolatey crease color just because I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit smoky. And then I'm taking Fantasy by ColourPop and popping that on my lids for a pop of color. And I suggest using your fingertips rather than a brush for the application of the ColourPop shadows. I feel like you get the most pigmentation. So here my camera did die, but I am using the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in 360 Mocha. I'm taking my NYC liquid eyeliner and just throwing in a simple cat eye. I love cat eyes, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I usually kind of like to do my cat eyes to the center of my pupil. I kind of feel like it makes my eye look bigger. I don't know. I don't really like pulling it all the way to the center of my eyes, or to the center. But now I am using this sumptuous Estee Lauder mascara. And I think it's Blackest Black, but I love this mascara because it seems as though it adds the most volume to my lashes. I'm still trying to figure out the faux lash thing. I don't know, sometimes I think it looks too chunky for my face, but we'll go on that journey together. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just taking a highlighter. Well, I use the Morphe 350 Gold. It's going to be pictured up here as my highlighter a lot. I just think it has a lot of payoff. And I just kind of use my finger and dab it on, and then I blend it out with my makeup sponge because it still has a little bit of my foundation on it, and it kind of blends it seamlessly. So this is a slight highlight and not crazy. I mean, I'd love it to be crazy every day, but we want everything to look blended. And I did miss my chin highlight in this moment, but we will blend a little more later once I find out in the video. But here I'm using Milani's Violet Volt matte cream lipstick. I love this. I think it's a dupe for the MAC Heroine. It's only $6. And so now I'm going back in with ColourPop's Fantasy, putting that on my lower lid, kind of smoking that out a little bit with some of that chocolatey brown. And then here I am taking my Lorac Luster Drops and kind of patting that on the center of my eyelid into the inner corner, just to add a little bit of kind of a rose gold coppery touch to the Fantasy color, because I felt like it matched too much with the lipstick. Once again, adding another layer of that just to be sure. And then here I'm just adding a little bit of contour from the 350 palette again. I'm just using a little bit of a chocolatey brown that's only a little bit darker than my skin tone. I don't do too much contouring. But here I am just throwing in a little bit of how I do my short haircut. I recently big chopped once again because I love to cut my hair. But here I just threw on a little bit of curls, edge tamer, and on my shorter kind of side, and laid that down with a soft or a hard bristle brush. And then now I am taking some of Talia Wajid's Curly Curl Cream and a little bit of water, and just throwing that through, finger detangling, and then going through with the brush and kind of swooping the edges and manipulating my curls. With the brush and my fingers. Also going to be taking some of Shea Moisture's essential oils for hair, essential oil drops, and kind of putting that in for a shine. So here's the finished look. Hope you guys like it. And thank you guys for watching.